safe to use redox signaling products with your pets? How much do you use? How long do you have to use it? Does it make a difference on their weight? All of these common questions we're going to dive into in today's video. For those of you that are new to my content, my name is Danielle Matthews, and I have been using the redox signaling technology myself for over a decade. I absolutely share it with Bodhi, my dog, and I have watched so many people over the years be able to utilize the redox with their animals. So let's dive into it, and let's talk about the first thing, which is safety. Now, if you go to discoverredox.com, you can go to the science tab there, and you will see studies. ASEA has spent a lot of money on looking to make sure that this is safe. And you know that every cell in the body, in every living thing, regardless of species, it operates the same way. And so all cells are talking with these reductant and oxidant molecules. It doesn't matter if it's a cell in your liver or your lung. It doesn't matter if that's a cell in a plant, in a dog, in a cat, or in a horse. So they're all communicating with redox. And so when you look at that safety data, rest assured, there's nothing to worry about here. Nothing can go wrong. There's no side effects, no contraindications. So how much do you give your animal? This is probably the most common next question. And here's the thing. Number one, realize redox is not weight specific. Really what you kind of want to key into is how old is your animal and how sick are they? Because we all make more redox when we're younger. If they are younger, they're not going to need as much. As they're older, they make less and less, so they might need more to fill that up. Or if they have a lot going on in their body, they might need some more redox, right? More labor on the job site to help that get resolved. So thinking about this, maybe with a cat, start with half an ounce. If you're able to, you can just get a little syringe. You can syringe it into their mouth. I know that my uncle used to just put it into a bowl for his cats and they would just lap it up. Some animals will, some animals won't. Sometimes you have to coax them a little bit. My dog, I give him 2 ounces a day. Here's the thing, err on the side of more rather than less because you can't overdo it. And start to look for indicators. You know your pet, you know your animals much better than anyone else, and they also have their own intuition. So my dog, sometimes I will I'll put it in a bowl and I'll put a little bit of chicken in there to get him to drink it up, which is fine. You lose a little bit of the redox, but not too much if they drink it up fast. Now I actually take a syringe, and he does not like me syringing it into his mouth, and so we had this little communication where I said, okay, I'll syringe it into my hand, and he laps it up out of my hand, just bit by bit as I squeeze it out, because he didn't like it getting squirted into his mouth. So work with your pet. They'll also tell you. He'll let me know when he's done, when it's enough. He'll let me know if he wants more. Your animals know, and they're more in line with their intuition, right, with their bodies and knowing, hey, this is good for me, this isn't. So they'll give you feedback. Now, horses, cattle, again, these larger animals, it's not weight specific, so it's okay to use the redox as you see fit with them. Horses, you might have to hold their mouth up. A lot of times we use viscous things for horses because they like to it out. So the liquid, if you syringe it in there, sometimes they'll just spit it back out. If you can keep their head up for a bit, it'll get around, it'll start to absorb in the gums and the tongue, and you'll get some in there. You can also do it rectally with these animals. The rectal wall is just absorptive, so it is fine either end that you want them to absorb it into. You can also use a spray bottle. So you can spray it onto things. I know my dog, after his surgery, that incision site, I was looking at that and I was keeping it just wet with redox because I know it's going to stimulate the signal. And at the 2-week appointment, I was told that it looked immaculate. So redox is really a powerful thing. Now you can also use the topical version. It's okay if they lick it off. Sometimes with pets, the hard thing if we're trying to localize to an area is that they have a lot of fur. So what you want to do is go for maybe the inside of the ears, the belly, the pads of the feet, places where they can absorb, where you have access to their skin. Inside of the mouth is also okay. These are all just kind of little things to think about along the way. Now, if you're looking for testimonials, well, what have other people experienced? What have they seen with their animals? There's a really great resource. I will link it in the description. There's a Facebook group you can go to. And there's also an archive of a ton of webinars over the years that people have done where they're diving deeper into this animal community, and also people are sharing the experiences that they've had, with our four-legged friends. So How do you get them to drink it? Remember, if you're using a bowl, it needs to be a clean bowl, and it cannot be metal. So a lot of our animals' bowls are metal. Metal makes the redox molecules react. So it'll be reacting with the metal before it even gets into your animal. So I meant to clarify that when you're giving it to your animals, do it in glass or plastic. And if they need a little bit coaxing, because maybe it smells a little weird, they're not so sure about it. I mean, for myself, I just poured it into a cup. I drank it. I got really excited about it. Then I poured some and I gave it to my dog in his bowl. And he was like, ooh, I get what mom gets. And he loved it. If I need to coax him other times and he's like maybe not so into it, I will put a piece of chicken, something like that, like we discussed. You can use something that maybe has a lot of, like it smells intense, like maybe some Parmesan cheese or tuna fish or something that they really love to get them to do it. And, you know, you can really train your dog to do it, or you can use a syringe in the way that I described before. If you're wondering why maybe your vet is not recommending this, that is because this is marketed as a human supplement. And so they are, by law, not allowed to tell you about it. All right. And you just kind of need to connect the dots between, look, if this is supporting the cells to signal, are my cells in my animal the same as the cells in humans? And you can make that connection point. Now, detox is something that people ask about because people do detox. We see that. And, you know, are there any side effects, right? That's always obviously a big question. Over the years, I have not seen animals detox. I've never seen it with my own. I've never heard any stories of it. I don't know why that is, but I've never witnessed it. So just something to note. I've seen it be 100% safe. When people say, well, what's it going to do for them? It's going to go into their body where their body needs it. Now, your animals can't speak to you, but look at the indicators, right? You know your animal really well, and just see, is their energy up? Are they moving around more? Are they getting playful? Look at the things that are indicating that they're feeling better. And you'll see it. You'll see it over time. You know, we know this will be additive to their health. When the redox molecules go in, they amplify signal. Things that are not functioning properly, that are damaged, that are old, are going to get replaced. It's a cascading response, right? And it goes in and supports your animal where they need it. Performance also. So if you have a horse that you race, or maybe a dog that you race, or if you're just wanting, you know, more energy in your animal, we have seen amazing things with our athletes. A lot of the research we've done with recovery and repair times and performance for athletes, we see the same in the equine world. We see the same in the animal world. So just kind of note it. It'll be fun for you to kind of explore this with your animals. If you have questions, things that I didn't answer here in this video, please go ahead, leave it in the comments. You can always reach out to me directly. You have my information in the description on WhatsApp. Just shoot me a text. And if you're ready to get started, I can offer you 10% off on your first order. Just use the code REDOX. If you want to subscribe, you can save about 20%. And of course, my favorite bundle, the Essentials bundle. It's wonderful. You get 6 bottles of liquid, you get a tube of the gel for free, and shipping is included with it. So that is hands down the best offer that I've ever seen a SIA do. All right, lots of love to all of you, and I will see you on the other side.